Hello. All right, today we're going to talk about financial stress. I sent a message yesterday about, what do you do when financials worry you or stress you it makes you go crazy. And I researched a couple of things to kind of do when you're going through that situation. But the first thing I want you to do is acknowledge that the stress, right? Don't ignore it. Identify it, and then we'll work through it together. So I'm going to go over some things for you to review when you're going through financial stressors or worries. So remind yourself that the stress is not failure, right? It's not something that you did wrong. It's something that can be addressed, right? The other thing that you want to do is get a clear view of your finances. And we talked about this before. What's your monthly income after taxes? So, what is your net pay? What's your expenses, right? Your fixed expenses, such as rent, utilities, mortgage, your debt payments, and then the variable expenses, which we all go through, like groceries, gas, and subscriptions, right? Subscriptions you can kind of manage, but groceries can go up and down based on inflation, and gas is whenever you need it, right? We need to get to work. Um, your savings, and then any debt or interest rates that you may have for that given month. So do that exercise. Figure out how much you're bringing in, net pay wise, how much is going out, right? All right. Once you have that, it should be a positive or negative number. If it's a positive number, then great. We can move forward and figure out, what other things you can do with the surplus of that money. If it's a negative number, then we have to cut back on some things. And what I would suggest is you really can't change your fixed expenses unless you make some drastic changes, but you can fix the variable ones like subscriptions, like eating out, groceries. You can cut back on some things there to try to save some money. And the other thing you can do is focus on what you can control right now, right? Like I just talked about. Maybe pause on non essential spending for 30 days, cancel some subscriptions, um, automate payments to avoid late fees. We talked about that. Or set up small transfers for saving, $10 to $25. It doesn't have to be much. But small wins build confidence and momentum. And the other thing you want to do is not make a lot of decisions at one time. Make one change, see how it works towards your finances, then make another. You want to build your emergency fund, right? So maybe save $10, $25 every time you get paid, then up it to 50, then up it to 100. But see how it works within your budget. Make small changes at a time. Actually, one of the folks that I follow, Ramit Sethi, he said, "Look, you're gonna eat out, right? Let's just make that clear. But what you can do is maybe you eat out 10 times a month, maybe reduce it to 5 times a month, then reduce it to lower than that. But start somewhere." The other thing you want to do is use the stress buffer technique. So this is writing down your worry, right? And I talked about this before. What is the worry? And is it urgent or non-urgent, right? If it's urgent, then take action today. If it's non-urgent, put it on a specific future date that you will address it. So is it immediate? Is it an emergency need? If it's not emergency, then schedule it for later. The other thing you should do, and I do this with my wife, is I talk strategically about financial stressors or situations or decisions that we need to make. So find a trusted friend or partner, um, HR or your benefits team, EAP, Employee Assistance Program. They have those at your company. You have them at my company. You can leverage a counselor, a financial counselor, to go through these situations with together. Just one outlet. You don't need multiple people talking about it to multiple people. Just find one confident person that you can talk to. And then the thing that I love is take care of your nervous system, right? So short daily walks or movement, Not checking that bank account all the time. Like me, I check my bank account frequently, but things that I've read is your financial accounts, your retirement accounts, check them monthly or quarterly, and your bank accounts at least once a day, right? To make sure that there's no fraud or anything like that going on with your accounts. And me personally, I check everything every time I get paid. So every 2 weeks I get paid. So every 2 weeks I check all my accounts, my credit cards, my bank statements, my retirement accounts, to make sure that the money is funneled correctly, and make sure that there's no fraud. And remember, last thing I want to just say, this is just a phase. I've been through it, financial stressors. You're going to come through on the other side. All you have to do is be patient, trust God, speak to God about what's going on in your life, and let His will be done in your life. So tell yourself, I'm managing a challenging season. I'm going through this valley, and I expect to be on the hill soon, right? So speak positive words to your life. All right, I got to hit you with a Bible verse as I always do. This is Matthew 6, verses 25 to 26, and this is about worry and provision. So listen up. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap. Yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? All right, ask yourself that. All right, thank you. Have a good day.